Hey y'all, I'm back. It's the High Priestess of Love here for another reading. We're doing pick a card today. We're doing pick a card today. We're doing pick a card. And I actually thought of a question. I led on the last video that I'm like, I have no clue. I was all like this. I'm like, I have no clue what question to ask. But I figured out one. What action to take? Something simple, very simple. I got a pile 1, I got a pile 2, pre-done. Okay, pre-done. Just did it just now. All right, and we got the same 2. So we got Gucci, is it Florida, Gucci, Florida, and we have Victor and Wolf Flower Bomb. So we're gonna do this one's pile 1. So pile 1, Victor Flower Bomb. Pile 2, Flora. Pile 1, pile 2. And I'm going to put the times and the description for you. Oh, look at the bars, bitch. Look at the bars. All right, so pile 1, fight. Okay, so we're going to put that bad boy over there, over here. This shit almost done, too. I just bought some new perfume, so can't wait for that to come in. This is my work perfume, but all right. Pile 1. Let's get pile 2 out of here because it's not time for them yet. All right, so we got divine feminine energy. That's beautiful. Serendipity. Boundaries here. So once again, remember, this is what action to take for pile 1. What action does pile 1 need to take? We got wisdom, which is the Hierophant, number 5 here. So let me see. I don't know how I'm gonna put these cards because I got a few cards for real. Number 2 here, intuition. This is the High Priestess card. 4, we have the heart chakra. 7 of Wands, stand your ground. Here, this is the Starseed Oracle deck. This is perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out and common ground. We have also you're not alone, isolation, physical connection, and community. Then we have health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. And then tarot-wise, we have the 5 of Swords, the 4 of Swords, the Hermit, and the 6 of Swords. So that's 4, 5, and 6, okay? With the Hermit here. Virgo energy, the Swords energy is giving Gemini, Libra, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I almost said Sagittarius, and that's absolutely crazy. We're just gonna go on, okay? I'm not even gonna look you all in the eye. Not even gonna look you in the eye after that one. So pile 1, what action should you take? So give me a second, pile 1, just to go over the energy. I did the cards really quickly, and I didn't really want to waste time like ruminating over them. You get what I mean? When it's like I know I'm gonna have to do the reading, so I like to do the reading fresh. Like I don't want to have thought about it and pluck them and like I already know what's going on. Like I like to see the cards and literally just go off of what I feel and see at that moment, you know? Like I don't like for anything to feel staged or to feel like, you know, like it could possibly be rehearsed even though it's not, you know? Like I just don't even like the feel of that. So that's not how I do things. But yeah, like I said, just give me a second to go over this pile 1 to figure out what your next actions are. All right, pile 1. What I'm getting for you, what Spirit is saying is, right, is that you need to honor the physical vessel that enshrines your soul. So ultimately, that's what this whole thing is about. A reminder that you are a divine feminine. You are an empress in every bit of the way. But remembering to have those boundaries, remembering to isolate yourself with this hermit energy and standing your ground, remembering to have the physical connections, right? But don't do any, but always honor your physical vessel. So meaning that when things don't matter, or realizing that when things get too heavy and hectic and confused or doubtful, that you need to just zoom out, find that balance, find that common ground, because you know that there is way a bigger picture to a lot of things, especially when it comes to you and what you're here to do. You know, remembering that wisdom, that knowledge, remembering to listen to your intuition, taking the time, like you said, isolating with the hermit energy, remembering to always go back into that heart, you know, like real remembering that that's ultimately the biggest energy. You know, the love is the hugest. But see this green all over the place, like it's a reminder to stand your ground when it comes to what you believe in. You get what I mean? With this intuition here, and the 4, the 5, the 6, this progression of coming out of that rest, you know, or remembering to always rest. Like, you get what I mean? Taking those boundaries from when you need them, but always coming back to self, always remembering you're not alone. Remembering that you do have soul tribe, you do have community here with you, and you know that here is where you make it. This serenity, you get, I mean, the serendipity is what I'm getting from it. It's like where you are is joyous. So it's remembering to stand your ground, keep that protected. You feel me? Honor that physical vessel that enshrines your soul, because you are this ever divine being. You get what I mean? I feel like that's what spirit is reminding you here, like that you do have this spiritual wisdom, because you have the Hierophant and the High Priestess. The Hierophant and the High Priestess. Like, these are major cards. Like, this is major arcanas. Like, on top of the fact that you got the Hermit, which is a spiritual teacher in itself. So it's like with this whole divine feminine and perspective, and you're not alone. It's remembering, like, you know, always move with love, but stand your ground. Have those boundaries, because where you are, things are fruitful. Look at you. Look at you. You get what I mean? Like, this is what I'm getting from this Power 1. And it's crazy because I started with this, but this is, I feel like this illuminated or what's the word I'm looking for? This encapsulates the whole thing. You get what I mean? Like, the whole reading. Like, it's all about honoring your physical vessel. You get what I mean? Honoring the knowledge that you have. Honoring yourself. You feel me? Because, once again, everything's about perspective. Sometimes you do need to zoom out and actually pay attention, and or really just take a time to, does this matter? Is it important? Can you come to a common ground? Can you not settle, but compromise? And then also making sure this compromise doesn't, you know, it's all within your boundaries, all within, like, you know, what's acceptable. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, Power 1. It's real short and sweet if you think about it, because I'm sitting here like, well, what else am I going to say? And I'm like, girl, do you have to say anything else? Like, literally, that's what I got for you. It's as simple as that. Creating the boundaries and keeping this, keeping your power. You get what I mean? Like, how else do you keep your power but to honor yourself? You get what I mean? But to love yourself. Like, as above, so below. That love that you have to give to other people, to help raise, like, because this divine feminine energy is like, you, once again, it's that union is the helping, uplifting of the frequency is given very much like, in order to move from that, you have to protect your energy. Yes, you share the knowledge. Yes, you help others, but not to the detriment of yourself. So yeah, sometimes you may need to isolate. Sometimes you need that physical connection. That's why you know that there's a community for you. You know, you either know who your community is or you're finding out who your community is, but you also know you're never alone. You know, your spirit team is always with you. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, Power One. Pretty straightforward. I hope that resonated with you. If so, check out Power Two. Maybe, you never know. You never know. But I like that. I do. All right, let's see. All right, Pal 2. Flora. It is you, Pal 2. All right, Pal 2, what we got? We got maturity here. We got the garden. Forgiveness. That was only 3 of them bad boys. Okay, all right. Oops, my votes. What else we got? We got passion ignited. Ooh, almost knocked over the hoochie. Passion ignited. We got foundation and achievements. These are wands, so that's the Ace of Wands and the 4 of Wands with the 9 of Pentacles, material harvest. Then we got water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. See, look, Spirit be getting straight to the fucking point, bro. We said, what action you need to take? Bitch, they named out everything is on these cards. Like, I see, you can't tell me they don't be talking when I'm, oh my goodness, bye. The courageous peony. Is that how you say that? Let me know in the comments. Okay, let me keep going because I gotta stop. Multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. Wait, because that's supposed to be right there. Look, I got mad close to the camera. Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. Then we got balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. You know, it's crazy because I think literally these cards right here are the basis of it. Like, and then we got the 4 tarot cards. We got the Knight of Pentacles, the Tower here, the Lovers, and the 3 of Pentacles. So Pentacles, the Tower, the Lovers, Gemini energy, Pentacles, Taurus, Cap, Virgo, and the Tower here. That's 14. It has 14 breaking down to the 7s. So we still got a level of some type of completion, or at least this balance here. We talk about this balance. All right, Pal 2. Give me a second here to go over the energy. Okay, so Pal 2, what I'm getting from this, right, is that Spirit is what actions you need to take. It's Spirit is reminding you about balance. You know, that you always have to have balance in yourself, or at least honestly you need to have balance within all things in life. But it's like you notice how those things change as you begin to mature, as you begin to grow, whether it's in relationships with others or just by yourself. But you realize that different parts of your journey where you need to mature and, you know, just balance things out and have harmony. But you like I said, there's no room for judgment in it, because, you know, everybody's on their own journey as well as yourself. So it's like forgiving yourself and others for what may not have worked out in the past, or forgiving yourself for what may have worked then, you know, that whole like survival technique kind of thing, like, you know, moving in one way and realizing, okay, I've outgrown that way, you know, like it was what I needed then, but I don't necessarily need it now. And that's what I get from this tower. It's like this building back up, when this reminding of water your garden, you get what I mean? Like, you need to find balance, water your garden, and then you have the garden card here. So it's like speaking about nourishing yourself, this self-care, the body care, like, you know, growing up and taking care of, what's the saying? Not the grass is greener where you water it. You feel me? So it's like, you need to water your garden. Point blank period. You need to tend to yourself. You need to rest. You need to care for yourself. You need to balance yourself out. You also need to, as you mature, because the spirit is saying, even with this one, is that you are uniquely you. Even with that whole balancing and coming to a perfect state of yourself, it's like you have to let yourself be seen. You have to put yourself out there, or even more so, be you completely. And that's where I feel like that maturity comes in as well, because not only are you letting go of ways that you have adapted, but you're also embodying yourself more. Does that make sense? Because like, as you grow, like you never lose. I want to say you don't lose, because some people do. It's like you sometimes lose sight of who you are, and you start to adapt all these different ways, and it's actually not true to who you are. You get what I mean? So I feel like that's a part of the maturity too, is realizing where you are and where you need to be. I feel like that's what that's about. But then even getting into this tower, right? It's like, it's a long journey, because even, like, you know, life is all about figuring it out. And it's like, I think that's what this Knight of Pentacles is about. It's about continuously growing slowly, making your way. Like, yeah, there may be things that come up and that may disturb you, that may shake you up and change you, but like making sure that you always come back to the core, and making sure that you always tend to your garden. It's like when you get down here as well, it's like you the action that you're needing to take is, I feel like, forgiving, like I was saying before, forgiving yourself and others. Because even here with the Tower and the Lovers came out with the Three of Pentacles, which the Lover speaks of choices in love, just choices, decisions. And then the Three of Pentacles speaks of collaborations and partnerships. You get what I mean? So it's like, when it comes to this Star Brothers energy, this loyalty, this safety, this trust, this protection, it's seeming as though you have a connection here where you may need to forgive yourself and someone else. Because yes, there was a Tower moment here, but things are, like I said, with the Knight of Pentacles, realizing that you can't judge somebody else's, you know, somebody else's journey as they're on it as well. So having to have balance in your own, you can't judge somebody else and where they are. But it's like, as you completely look at the whole thing, you kind of, it's like Spirit is reminding you of what you need to remember, right? But in the same instance, it's saying, but you have this new opportunity here with this person, as if you continue to put forth this action. You get what I mean? Like, you have a foundation here. This Four of Wands, when it comes to achievement, you have the Ace of Wands, and then the Four of Wands with the Nine of Pentacles. Like, you can only have 10 pentacles. So that's what I'm getting from this with the whole Lovers here. It's like, it's giving me choices, but there's being a new foundation of, shit, this could possibly not even be about love, but just being about partnerships, and there being a new opportunity here for some type of foundation and achievement that will bring material harvest. Because it literally is what the cards say. Because like I said, the Nine of Pentacles is self-sufficiency. So I feel like that's also what Spirit is urging. Water your garden. Water your garden. material harvest. And like literally in the garden, water, what do you get after the fact? Come on. You can't even make this shit up. All those are different cards and they still illuminate the same damn storyline. What more can I say? Boom, boom, boom. Yo, y'all don't even know. But for real, like, what more can I say? Pile 2. Like, yeah, things may take a while. Like this, you know, working your way to get there. But it's like, I don't know, you got a choice. I feel like you have a choice in working with somebody. It's a partnership of some sorts, which will, and it's something new. It's a new foundation, a new achievement. As soon as you forgive and you nourish yourself, you feel me? I feel like, and you let in this, because it's Star Brothers. This is giving me Star Family. You get what I mean? Even with the, yeah, Horus energy. Isn't that Horus and Ra? Protection. Safety and trust. It's like you can trust this person. It's like, even if you feel like you can't trust somebody, I feel like you could trust you and you could trust in God. You feel me? So it's like, why would you even think that any type of energy is doing that? If you trust in yourself and how things are going. That's why I feel like this is about, like, when you're in a good space, you're better to balance everything out and see things clearly. Like, look. You see that? Like, when you're maturing, when you're able to fully open up and see and listen to yourself, you understand you could go back. You get what I mean? Like, you could go back and go over things. You get what I mean? Like, your eye is more open. You're less confused. Because you see the light. That's what I'm getting from this. Like, the light and everything, that's illumination. That's bringing forth, like, clarity. You get what I mean? Like, it's not giving... Everything is bright. Everything is illuminated in this. Like, you got rainbows and stuff. You feel me? Like, other than the tower. But for me, that's what this tower was speaking about. Okay, things may be taking a while to get to this balance of mature. Because mind you, you got pentacles out here. So it's really about money. And a foundation for sure. But it's about your future. And I feel like your success. Your choices and success, Pile 2. So your actions are definitely remembering to water your garden, rest, and do whatever you need to do to feel balanced in yourself. And remember, balance in all areas of life. So doing things that's for your highest good. Period. Point blank. Period. Period. Point blank. Period. Like, girl. But yeah, if that resonated with you, I hope so. Like and subscribe, and yeah.